we're here to do a driving video today. We are heading north on I-69. We're just southwest of Lansing. I think that, more specifically, I think this is Delta Township. Or is it Delta Township? I can't remember. It's one of the two. So anyway, we're here to film I-69. So we're going to continue our I-69 videos. I already did the ones from Flint to Port Huron, with most recently the one from M-52 to Port Huron. So I figure now head to the more central part of the freeway in the state of Michigan. So I'm going to be filming from I-96 all the way to M-52 south of Owasso. So for the next several miles, I-69 follows a concurrency with I-96. So right now we're on I-96 north, or I-69 north, but this is I-96 west. So basically, like if you're driving on I-96 coming from the Detroit area, going out to Grand Rapids or Muskegon or anywhere to the western part of the state, you'll be driving on this stretch as well. Kind of the same if you're driving north on I-69 from either the Marshall area or more so from the state of Indiana. And right here, this is the interchange with I-496. I-496 will take you right into downtown Lansing. And right now, they're doing some construction on the westbound lanes of 496 because they have that closed currently. They were just working on the eastbound lanes not too long ago. They're doing like a reconstruction project on 496 west of downtown, all the way to the I-96, I-69 freeway. But this is a pretty cool concurrency for both freeways, because if you were to put the numbers 96 and 69 together, that would basically give you a palindrome. Although typically associate palindromes with letters, such as I'm trying to think of an example of a word that's a palindrome. I'll think of one in a second. But yeah, this is the interchange with M-43. M-43 east will take you back into downtown Lansing. Going west will take you to Grand Ledge, and then eventually to Hastings, and then they'll take you down to Kalamazoo. Although the fastest way to Kalamazoo is just take I-69 down to I-94 and take that west. But M-43 is a lot more scenic. Oh, I just thought of a good palindrome. Poop. Because it's spelled P00, or P-O-O-P. So basically what a palindrome is again, associated with letters, is that it's like the first half of the word, if you were to take that and reverse that and add it to the second half of the word, it's the same letters. So P-O, and then at the end, flip that around, you have O-P, so that's P-O-O-P. So that's what I was saying about 96 and 69 have 96 and then 69, which is 96 backwards. Yeah, come to think of it, yeah, at the start of the video, I think that was Delta Township. If I'm wrong, I'll put a little annotation here. And that was the Grand River. And we're going to be staying on I-69, so we need to stay to the right. Because over there, that's just going to be I-96, and that'll take you out to Grand Rapids. And then a cool part of I-69 is, although I-69 is pretty much a north and south freeway in general, right here is when beautiful day today. Partly cloudy skies. My current thermometer is reading 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's in Celsius it's almost 27 degrees. And the humidity is pretty low too, so it is a beautiful day. And I'm actually out on a Friday because I took off 3 days this week just to, because I haven't taken any time off from work at all in 2020. I was originally supposed to a lot early in the year, but I ended up canceling those vacation days because of the virus outbreak. Because it wasn't really a good idea to really go anywhere. But decided to make this little short vacation just a staycation. So I did just that by going to two really cool towns, I'd say, in Michigan, like to the southwest of Lansing. I went to Nashville and Vermontville. What's cool about those two towns is that Nashville and Vermont, you don't think of those when you're in the state of Michigan unless you're trying to get out of Michigan, because Nashville, of course, is the capital of Tennessee, but there's a Nashville, Michigan, and not very far away, like maybe like a few miles or so, is Vermontville. So it's like you could say that you went to Nashville, Vermont without leaving Michigan. Just think of that. But yeah, I've been to both. I've been to the actual both actual places before, referring to Nashville, Tennessee, and the state of Vermont. So I went to Nashville, Tennessee back in Christmas right after Christmas 2018. That was a really cool trip. And then back in 2016, I did my road trip to New England, and I went to Vermont. I got to drive through the beautiful countryside of Vermont. Got to check out the cities of Burlington and Montpelier, which Montpelier is the capital of Vermont. And we go to this exit here, go about another couple miles to the southeast of here. That is that's the Capital Region International Airport. That is the main airport for Lansing. Where was it? Oh yeah, so really enjoyed those couple of trips I did back then. And even just doing this day trip today was really cool too, because I got to film another Michigan Off the Beaten Path video, which I had such a great time filming the similar one I did for Concord and Homer, Michigan, and I received a lot of great feedback on that video, so I was like, why not film a second? And I'm glad I did, because yeah, if you go to Nashville, Michigan, definitely check out Mooville. They got some amazing ice cream there, because it's Mooville Creamery. I had an orange sherbet, and oh, it was so good. It's like I avoid dairy 95% of the time, so it's like when I have to have dairy, I have to go all out, especially back there. Although, to be safe, I just had a scoop. But they even have a free petting zoo there too. They got goats, they have cows, sheep, alpacas, pigs, and chickens. When we'll have pickens, which is a crossover between a pig and a chicken, that'll only happen when pigs fly. The interchange for old US 27. Before they built the freeway the original highway going north up to St. Louis, Michigan, Alma, Ithaca, Mount Pleasant, and eventually up to Holden Lake and then Grayling. So it used to be US Highway 27. However, 27 now only, or is truncated down to where it only goes as far north as Fort Wayne, Indiana. So what they did instead is they built the freeway going further north, or the current 127 freeway that continued north, and then 27 became 127. So I'm coming up about half a mile will be the interchange for 127, which 127 north obviously will take you to the towns I just mentioned, like Alma, St. Louis, Mount Pleasant, Clare, and then eventually up to I-75 south of Grayling. And it goes south, that'll take you back down to East Lansing, the east side of Lansing, and then eventually to Mason and then Jackson. If you want to get back down to I-96, you can get off over here and head south. Sometime in the near future, I'll also will need to film the stretch of I-69 from M-52 all the way to I-75 southwest of Flint, but I'm not going to do that today. I'll save that for another day. Yeah, for the rest of this video, we're just going to be driving through the countryside, because we're now starting to get out of the Lansing area. Cars coming on the freeway from 127. Yeah, getting back to the weather though, it's been pretty hot in Michigan, although not as bad as many other places around the United States. So I'd say especially the first 2/3 of July was on the hot side. Like, it was in the 80s pretty much almost the entire time, and got several days in the 90s as well. And Celsius, that's like between 32 and 35 degrees Celsius, so a little hot, but it's got a little bit cooler to where now it's a lot more closer to average, which is pretty much around like the low 80s, or maybe closer to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I think in the extended forecast, it's supposed to be even cooler this next week, so finally a little bit of relief. But yeah, in other news, just although it wasn't very far away, I did move last weekend. So it's like, because I was really busy, didn't film anything the previous weekend. Still a lot of different things I have to take care of, but definitely want to get out today, especially because I did take today off as well as the previous 2 days. And what's nice too is I still have the weekend to enjoy before I go back to work. Which, yeah, and then I go back to work for 2 weeks, because in 2.5 weeks from now, I'm going on a road trip. Yay! It'll be the first time leaving the state of Michigan since the virus outbreak started. Because I haven't left Michigan since I went to Dallas back in February. Yeah, I was originally supposed to go next week, but I had to postpone the trip because I got scheduled for jury duty next Thursday. However, it ended up getting canceled altogether. So I ended up getting a text from the district court saying that my jury summons was canceled, and it's not going to get postponed. They said that service was complete, so I don't have to go after all now. the socially distant road trip because it's like, because I'm going to places to where not really seeing a whole lot of people. Well, there'll be people at the different parks, especially in the Black Hills, but you'll be able to easily keep your distance from people. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing that for sure. Yeah, unless I was to get sick or something, which then I wouldn't be going at all. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I think we're going to be coming up to construction zones soon. Should probably get back over. Oh, not for... This says 4 miles ahead. Should probably get a sip of water. Haven't had any water since before I started this video. But yeah, only another 41 miles or so until Flint. Although I-75 is a little bit before that, maybe by a few miles. Leave the state of Michigan for 6 months. For me, it's unheard of. I'm trying to think the last time I've had to where I haven't left the state for that period of time. Probably not a decade, or almost a decade. Because especially in the past couple months, I've been able to do a lot of in-state exploration. So yeah, a lot of Michigan-based content, whether it's these driving videos, my travel vlogs, or even travel the lights videos. Which, to be honest, it's a nice change after filming a lot of things out of state. So it's like I'm returning back to my roots this year. But at the same time, in 2.5 weeks, I'll be excited to get back out again. And we're now crossing into Shiawassee County. Looks like they're doing a little bit of road work over here too. Some new concrete patches. And they're doing some work on the interchange here too for Woodbury Road, which that'll take you north up to Langsburg. Yeah, that's good. I'm not seeing too much traffic up ahead, so should be smooth sailing. Several miles to go until the end of the video. Because not too far after the construction zone is going to be M-52. Yep, and the lane's about to close, so we should probably slow down a little bit. It's like not bad at all. But hopefully we don't have any slow-moving trucks way up ahead. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bad time. But yeah, despite the pandemic though, it's been a nice summer so far. it's like other than what am I trying to say here? It's like other than having to work from home still and having to wear a face mask inside buildings, it's like it just feels like a normal summer. Here's some work coming up ahead to the left. We're really having to slow down here. We got people hard at work. Well, a couple people. Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, look at this. Like, we're pretty much having to go onto the shoulder here. This is like almost like a lane and a half that they're working on. A lot of work going on here. Trying to concentrate a little bit because the lanes are rather uneven here. But yeah, it's like tomorrow I'm going to be filming a couple different videos. I want to film a couple other driving videos, and also I want to film another restaurant tour back in Metro Detroit. What the subject of the next restaurant tour is, well, you just have to find out in the coming days. M-52 is going to be coming up another 2 or 3 miles, so this video will be coming to a close rather soon. But yeah, the next video that I see me doing on I-69 would probably be the stretch between I-94 and I-96. Take that back. Well, I probably would first do the stretch between M-52 and I-75 first, because that's a little closer to home than the stretch I just mentioned about between 94 and 96. And then the final stretch in the state of Michigan, I'd have to be coming up from the Indiana toll road, just south of the Michigan-Indiana border. So about another mile, we'll be coming up to the exit for M-52, and that's where we will end the video. So M-52, yep. Go to the south, that'll take you over to Perry, which is, I think, just right off the freeway, if I'm not mistaken. And then go north on M-52, that'll take you up to Owasso. Of course, take M-52 south, that'll take you back down like to Weberville, Stockbridge, and eventually down to Chelsea, Manchester, and Adrian. Alright, is this the end of the... Oh, no, it's not. There's working on the right lane construction stretch. But anyway, here's the exit for M-52. So I am going to be getting ready to conclude the video here. So I hope you enjoyed this video here on I-69, going from I-96 southwest of Lansing all the way to M-52 and just south of Owasso and I think north of Perry. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure, and don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott with the Scottman signing out.